You're watching Emergency Broadcasting System. The estimated date is March or November. It's 19 hours. So now, as usual, it's time for...
It's time to play Hypocrite of the Week.
The program contains immature and adult subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Still fucking what? And with real-life Bond villain Elon Musk beavering away on X, spreading a flurry of slurry across the Gooniverse, and Jeff Bezos crouched in a filleting position ready to receive the royal orange cock of the tax-dodging multi...
Warning, the following contains images of animals in their natural habitat. Viewer discretion.
Dodging multi-millionaire felonies now running the show. America is now a fully fledged plutocracy.
Re-envisioned.
The decline of the American empire. Next.
10-year-old girl, 9-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl doesn't need $37.
This plane's not for me. This goes to the United States Air Force for whoever is president. And at some point, it'll be like Ronald Reagan. It'll be decommissioned. You know, it's 11 years old.
So it stays until it's decommissioned?
Yeah, it'll be decommissioned because they won't want it. Plus, they'll have the other two planes by that time.
And that's an issue?
Libya gave him a horse guard. Qatar gave him horses and camels and a sword dancing ceremony.
Is Woodrow Wilson president?
With all of the ridiculous swirling around our President Donald Trump over his measly little $400 million plane, it's time to play Hypocrite of the Week.
Trump's family is doing billions in business in all three countries that he is visiting this week. Some of the deals going on right now: Saudi Arabia, 2 luxury towers, Liv Golf Partnership, Qatar, Golf Club and Villas, UAE, luxury hotel, cryptocurrency deal.
Including here in Saudi Arabia, where there is a Trump-branded tower on the way in Jeddah. In Qatar, where the president is heading tomorrow, his son Eric recently unveiled a new beach villa and golf community.
Who's that strange-looking man behind you? Did he follow you in here?
His third stop on this trip is the United Arab Emirates, which is home to the major investments in one of the Trump family newest ventures, the Trump's crypto company, World Liberty Financial.
President Trump's, quote, corruption tour of the Middle East. This was him landing in Saudi Arabia. Separately, the Trump family organization continues to pursue billions of dollars in real estate and associated deals in that country and region.
Everybody's favorite family game show, Hypocrite of the Week. Celebrating our 15th year and over 12,000 episodes of absolute hypocrisy and unbridled bullshit. I'm Zachariah Linstar, liberal, your host for today, and of course, as always, my co-host. How you doing, Seth?
My new cryptocurrency is amazing. You give me money, I give you everybody wins.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Seth. Everybody gets a fair chance on this show because hypocrisy is a special art. But we've got some humdingers for you today, I'm sure. Let's go to the tape.
Biden family and their business associates received $20 million in payments from foreign actors in places like Russia, China, Ukraine, and Romania.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all get it done.
More than $20 million went to Joe Biden's family, paid by Ukrainians and Russians and Kazakhs and Chinese communists.
They say they have just the thing, this tricked out 747.
He used the power of his office as the vice president of this country to secure massive amounts of money for his own family.
The crooked Biden crime family. Ha ha! Outstanding work.
What exactly did the Bidens do to receive the millions and millions of dollars from our enemies around the world?
Set him up and knock him down.
We don't like corrupt politicians like Joe Biden. You see, they just found him $5 billion went to him.
I took an oath to defend the Constitution. Nerd!
I think we would have noticed if Scranton Joe had suddenly become a multi-billionaire. I don't remember seeing a blinged out Amtrak called Track Force One.
On that note, did you know that Joe Biden once had to borrow money just to pay for his son's cancer treatment? Yeah, that's true. And when Barack Obama found out that they were going to mortgage their house, loaning them $500,000 they needed, sadly, it was too late.
I'd make millions off of my father's presidency. I'd be a really rich guy. It would be incredible.
Not associated with any known society.
But that's not really hypocrisy. You're going to have to do a little better than that.
I wish my name was Hunter Biden, because then I'd be a really rich guy and I'd go abroad and make millions of dollars, and then I'd come home and my father would put his hand on my shoulder and say, "Welcome home, bub." And we'd talk and we'd hug and he'd ask about my life, and then he said, "I'm proud of you, son." And,
But that definitely sounds like somebody who, what is it? A billionaire? Multi-millionaire?
You've made a couple of comments this morning. You said money laundering, you said bribery, you said influence peddling. Obviously, Mr. Chairman, these are very, very serious charges, and the White House is denying it. How will you prove it?
Yep. Well, we're going to present the American people with a report, hopefully very soon. And there are going to be a lot of footnotes in this report.
I think that's a bit of the pot calling the kettle black.
It is true, there were lots of footnotes, although if you zoom in on those footnotes, they say, "We didn't think you were actually going to read these." Here come the waterworks. Joe Biden loves his up, son. I wish I was Hunter.
Sounds about right to me. That's perfect.
We are rocking. The United States is the hottest country, with the exception of your country, I have to say, right? I'm not going to take that on. No, Mohammed, I'm not going to take that on. Wouldn't that be a terrible thing if I made that full statement? But I will not do it. You're hotter.
If this was a best man toast at a wedding, someone would cut the mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, we've got the mainstream media trying to make a scandal out of nothing.
Rip off! Bless you.
I mean, that's not really hypocrisy. It's all bullshit. But it's not hypocrisy. They weren't able to prove any of that. If only we could prove something against Donald Trump.
It would likely be the most valuable gift ever given to the U.S. government from a foreign power. This is the airplane, a 13-year-old Boeing 747-8, known as a flying palace. The aircraft is larger and significantly more luxurious than the current Air Force One. The Qatari plane has 2 fully furnished floors, complete with plush carpet, leather couches, and 2 bedrooms.
It's known as the most luxurious private jet in the world. It features the biggest master bedroom in the sky, as well as some very plush living quarters and several private offices. Some of the 9 bathrooms on board have full showers and even a bidet.
Is the left trying to cockpit block our favorite president?
But as we know, that's never going to happen because he's untouchable.
Gentleman that's right before me, he's your greatest representative. Greatest representative.
The orders to kill Khashoggi had come from the highest levels of the Saudi government. Erdogan's assertions are now backed by a newly released CIA assessment. Saudi officials first repeatedly said Khashoggi left the Saudi consulate alive. They claim to have no information about his whereabouts or fate. On October 20th, they acknowledged for the first time that Khashoggi had died inside the consulate.
On their way, they were going to China, and that was going to be their parent. And that's not happening anymore.
And if I didn't like him, I'd get out of here so fast. You know that, don't you? He knows me well. I do. I like him a lot.
You're the best evil son an evil dad could ever ask for. I love you, Dad. I love you, son.
I like him too much. That's why we give so much, you know? Too much. I like you too much. Great guy.
The CIA concluded November 16th that Saudi's crown prince ordered the assassination himself.
Oh, what I do for the crown prince. Leaders of a modern and rising Middle East. So exciting. So exciting. Mohammed, you sleep at night? How do you sleep?
His death was premeditated. He had been killed by a team of 15 Saudi agents.
This guy can't sleep at night. Some say it's because he's always thinking. Others say he's haunted by the atrocities he's committed. If it's not the ideas in his head keeping him up, it's the blood on his hands.
Just thinking. What a job. He tosses and turns like some of us. Tosses and turns all night. How do I make it even better all night?
But like clockwork, the Republicans come out and hypocrisy knows no bounds.
Just looks so freaking sweet. I think America can afford their own plane and build their own Air Force One.
So you'd be advising him against taking this plane from the Qataris?
Yes.
I do think the jet probably sends the wrong signal to people, and I don't like the look or appearance of it, so I would hope that he would reject it.
Obviously, we don't want to be straight up accepting any type of gift from any foreign government.
That's not really hypocrisy.
And what's that? We already have a big old clip package?
Well, here comes Ted Cruz. No one knows hypocrisy like him. We can always count on Cancun Cruz.
Objectively illegal
to get it done. Oh, Senator Ted Cruz, you're a hypocritical piece of shit. Ted Cancun Cruz, take it away. Ted?
I also think that the plane poses significant espionage and surveillance problems. So we'll see how this issue plays out. But I certainly have concerns.
Ted, you almost sound reasonable. Hey, that's not how you play the game, Ted. It's not going to work. What are we doing? What the hell?
Right now, the Trump Organization is doing business in all 3 countries that the president is visiting on this trip, including here in Saudi Arabia, where there is a Trump-branded tower on the way in Jeddah. In Qatar, where the president is heading tomorrow, his son Eric recently unveiled a new beach villa and golf community. His 3rd stop on this trip is the United Arab Emirates, which is home to the major investments in one of the Trump family's newest ventures, the Trump's crypto company, World Liberty Financial.
You can just tell from the name that World Liberty Financial is an obvious scam.
It's very hard to buy. With Qatar, there have been 6 different ways of pronouncing that, from Qatar to Qatar, right? There's many, many ways of pronouncing it. All of them are acceptable. I've said, well, which one? I guess maybe they like me. They say, you can say it any way you want.
Quatar?
This is what they call perfecto. And just a great job you've done, and what a beautiful place. And we appreciate those camels. I haven't seen camels like that in a long time.
The plane that you're on right now is almost 40 years old. And when you land and you see Saudi Arabia and you see UAE and you see Qatar and you see all these, and they have these brand new Boeing 747s mostly, and you see ours next to it, this is like a totally different plane. It's much smaller, it's much less impressive as it is. And, you know, we're the United States of America. I believe that we should have the most impressive plane.
The real deal.
Dude, I'm getting hot in this car.
The nation of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level. Nations came together and spoke to me about confronting Qatar over its behavior.
Senator John Kennedy, Republican from the great state of Louisiana, joins us now. Mr. Senator, Trump's lining up all these massive investments. He's made defense agreements with a number of countries. Is this a new era of American involvement in the Mideast?
Well, I hope so.
It's a trap.
American foreign policy is an enduring struggle, Stuart, between values and interests. We know American values: freedom, rule of law, personal responsibility, merit, equal opportunity. Not all countries, in fact, most countries, don't share those values.
And nobody does hypocrisy like Senator Kennedy.
Take Qatar, for example. They don't share any of those values. Do I trust Qatar? Of course not. They will eat your liver with some lava beans and a nice Chianti. Does that mean I want to be enemies with Qatar? No. Why? Because you don't have to be Mensa material to see that the world is in the midst of this grand struggle between the United States and other countries that share our values.
What the hell is this? He almost sounds...
Well, then, why don't we... I'm all for transparency, Mr. Chairman. I want to say that. But why don't we skip the foreplay and go right to the sex? And she is the mastermind. And she wants Russia to dominate Eastern and Central Europe, Iran to dominate the Middle East, China to dominate the Indo-Pacific, with freedom of roam in Sub-Saharan Africa, South America, space, and the Arctic.
Like a Democrat.
No disrespect, but number one, he's not President Biden. I mean, these other countries saw what we saw. Couldn't finish a sentence without taking a nap. President Trump is a lot more energetic. Number two, I don't know whether they love President Trump or they're just scared to death of him. But either way, it's working. You know, Nolan Ryan still holds a major league record for strikeouts. But people forget he also hit 158 batters. They were scared to death of Nolan Ryan. That's why he had so many strikeouts.
What the hell is this? Hey, you know, sometimes you just can't quite get the right clip.
I'd ask him, how about doubling it up? Okay. Oh, I should have asked for more. Because they said, okay. They're good people.
We apologize for that temporary loss of transmission. We can now return you to...
Hypocrite of the Week, already in progress.
We're still doing this?
I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties. I was being just absolutely ridiculous. I thought that after these more than 20 years of broadcasting that we've brought to you, it was all going to be over because we failed to bring you Republican hypocrisy.
Do you worry that if they give us something like this, they want something in return?
Absolutely not, because they know President Trump and they know he only works with the interests of the American public in mind.
How do you sleep? We have never had a relationship with Qatar as strong as it is now. You know that better than anybody. And they're very happy, and we're going to protect you. We're going to protect you. The gentleman that's right before me, he's your greatest representative. Greatest representative. I like him a lot. I like him too much. That's why we give so much, you know? Too much. I like you too much.
Whoa, dude.
But Donald Trump lets us down no more. Hypocrisy knows no bounds with this one. Let's go to the tape.
Oh, what I do for the Crown Prince.
Play it cool. It makes sense you're in the desert because you thirsty as...
Donald Trump knows hypocrisy like no one's business.
Republican budget outlines $880 million in cuts over the next decade.
The total number of people who will lose health insurance coverage under the Republican Trump plan is now 13.7 million.
Donald Trump lets us down no more.
Hillary took millions from Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, and many other countries.
Oh, he screamed and screamed about all the money that was given to the Clinton Foundation.
25 million from Saudi Arabia, 5 million from Morocco, 5 million from Oman, Bahrain, Algeria, Qatar. Saudi Arabia paid Bill Clinton a lot of money to make a speech.
Oh, yes, all that money that was given to the Clinton Foundation that ultimately vaccinated 100 million children. Absolutely.
The nation of Qatar also kicked in $1 million.
Oh, can you imagine the hypocrisy? Well, that's right, you don't have to. And that's because you've enjoyed another wild episode of Hypocrite of the Week. Yeah, you're fired.
Me?
Yeah, you. You are not stealing my makeup kit.
This whole thing is so ludicrously corrupt, even Republicans are engaging in a rare act of disobedience by publicly expressing skepticism of Trump's decision to accept the jet.
You tell him, Seth. Okay?
Shut up.
I don't think he's going to do that. He might. He'll do it for money.
I understand it went through Pam Bondi, so it's legal, it's ethical.
Yes, Attorney General Pam Bondi signed off on it, and there's no way she has any conflicts of interest when it comes to Qatar.
That's right, Seth.
We should note Bondi was a paid lobbyist for Qatar to the tune of $115,000 a month.
Oh my God, it's happened again. These are douchebags.
What? The Attorney General who signed off on the bribe from Qatar was previously a paid lobbyist for Qatar. Was she also the CEO of a company that installs bidets on airplanes?
If you pay him enough, he's your bitch. That's Donald Trump. I'm Zachariah Lone Star Liberal, and this is it, Hypocrite of the Week. Don't make it easy.
If you're someone who pretended to care about Hunter Biden's foreign payments, but now you're cool with Trump's business dealings, I just have one question for you.
Name one time a plane from the Middle East did something bad to America.
No doubt I love this land.
Sure. Mr. President, do you want to respond to that?
Oh, what I do for the Crown Prince.
Come on. Don't negotiate, let's investigate. We'll accelerate how we're taking him down.